What is up, everyone? Maximilian here, and welcome back to another dissecting video taking a look at some of the new elements and features of Black Ops 2. So the footage in the background, of course, isn't Black Ops 2 because the multiplayer has not been revealed yet, and I'm running the original Black Ops because I kind of feel that Modern Warfare 3 has really run its course. Like many Call of Duties, you get bored. Not really fast, but over the course of the first 6 months or so of the game being out, it kind of runs dry, and I'm not getting much enjoyment out of Modern Warfare 3, and I'm liking going back to the older games like Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, World at War, and Black Ops even more. So what you're going to see is a little bit of footage of Black Ops in the background, but we're going to talk about some of the new images that were recently released for Black Ops 2. Now, some of these were leaked out, and there's some pretty substantial information that can be dissected from this. The first and biggest one is that the HUD, or if you guys don't know, the heads-up display. It's essentially how all the information about your weapons and the point system and everything around Black Ops 2 is going to be shown in the multiplayer of the game. There's some pretty interesting stuff from this single screenshot, especially for the fact that it actually shows your kill streaks, similar to how Call of Duty or Modern Warfare 3 did, and there's some select kill streaks on here that is kind of, you don't really know what these actually are. What's the most interesting about this heads-up display, other than the fact that it looks really damn cool, and I appreciate Treyarch taking things to a new level and trying to make Call of Duty at least a little bit different, is that there's a select fire option. Now, I don't know if this is absolutely confirmed to be the multiplayer, but this is a huge thing. Before, in previous games and a lot of multiplayer shooters, you're able to choose the fire rate of certain weapons. Things between a single shot round, a triple burst, or fully automatic. I believe games like previous SOCOM games let you do stuff like this, as well as many others, and especially weapons that have varying weapon shot rates. Now, this is huge for a game like Call of Duty because you would normally be forced to choose certain weapons based off their fire rate. Like, you had to choose the Type 95, you had to choose the M16, or the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2 if you wanted to get something that shot at a 3-round burst. Or especially like the G11, or certain other weapons like or many other guns that shoot at a single burst fire. You have to choose that gun because it is a single burst gun, like the MK14. Now this means that you can properly control your fire at any range, and even certain things like if you had a submachine gun, for example, means that you can actually accurately single shot fire with certain guns that might have a lot of recoil from a long range, meaning that you can properly control those skirmishes even more. So this is, if you just think about the metagame of what this does for certain guns, now people will play Call of Duty at a higher level. This seems pretty damn cool. The next stuff that was released was a more information of the HUD and kind of showing like the score details on the side. Ignore the giant human arm that is reaching in. That is not a digital arm. Just giving you kind of a better example of where some of the displays are. If you look in the top left, there is the mini-map showing the full map of the current area, so this is most likely a complete multiplayer function. We didn't see the entire screen of the one before that had the select fire rate, so it's kind of hard to say if that is going to be in the Black Ops 2 multiplayer. But this looks like a multiplayer HUD. This looks like it has the proper score of each of the opposing teams. The minimap is in the top left, and it has something going on in the bottom right, something along the lines of this circle thing. I think that this might be something about a guideline, something about your direction facing. It's kind of interesting. It could be related to the objective as well. What I don't see is the listing of your kill streaks, so who knows exactly what's going on here. But the HUD is revamped. It looks a lot different than previous Call of Duties, which is a very good thing. The other piece of information that was recently leaked was the fact that the Prestige in Black Ops 2, it looks like the maximum is going to be 55 at the 5-star General. So this is another awkward change. I'm not too sure how long ago or in which previous Call of Duty we were at 55. It might have been COD 4 and World at War. But nonetheless, as you guys probably know, I don't think the actual time spent getting from level 1 to level 55 is going to be any different than going from like level 1 to like level 70 in later Call of Duties. Usually they spread it out and they just make the weapons that you unlock spread out across many more of the levels and the experience as well. So usually if it took you like 2 days in-game to get through a full Prestige, there's a fairly good chance it's going to take you 2 days in this one to get to level 55 as well. So some fairly interesting stuff. Got a small glimpse of what Black Ops 2 could look like in the multiplayer. The hopeful change to the weapon fire rate, that would be what I think to be a huge difference in Call of Duty, especially for the sake of this being a game that is having a lot of different changes. But there's another really big thing that's happening to Black Ops that's being thrown around about the rumor of how the entire meta game of how you equip weapons and items and perks is going to be changing in Black Ops 2. So we're going to make another separate video about that one because that's a fairly big topic of discussion. If you guys want to check that out, you can visit me at youtube.com/miles923. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. This has been Maximilian, and I'll see you guys next time.